A short introduction about them. We have Mr. R. Vijay Kumar, who will be speaking on industrial responsibility in circular economy. He is a polymer technologist with over 42 years of experience in the polymers and petrochemical industries. He currently serves as chairman of IPI Bangalore chapter and chairman education, training and manpower development at the Indian Plastics Institute and is a fellow of IPI. A science graduate from Madras University with qualifications from PRI London, CIPET, and an MBA from Tamil Nadu Open University. He has extensive experience in engineering polymers, product development, technical services, and global sourcing. He is also an active faculty member and speaker contributing to technical education, sustainability, and skill development in the plastics industry. Up next, we have Mr. Paul Vannan, who will be speaking on circular economy business models in polymers and rubbers. He has 30 plus years of experience in the rubber industry, specializing in rubber compounding, product development, and process optimization. He has over 20 years of international experience managing plant operations and CAPEX projects across KSA, UAE, and Egypt. He holds a BTech in rubber technology and BSc in chemistry and currently serves as the Senior Deputy Director with additional charge of Director at Indian Rubber Materials Research Institute, Thane. Then we have Mr. Ram Kumar, who will be speaking on biodegradable and bio-based polymers, opportunities and challenges. A seasoned business leader with over 20 years of experience in manufacturing, apparel and FMCG sectors. Currently with Naturotech India Private Limited, he drives strategic initiatives across operations, organizational development and compliance. He has extensive expertise in social and environmental compliance and has contributed to brand ethics working in groups. Known for leading large-scale projects, enhancing operational efficiency and fostering sustainable practices, Ram Kumar combines sector knowledge with a commitment to ethical and responsible business growth. And then we have Ms. Divya P. Venkat, who will be speaking on turning sustainability into strategy in the circular economy. Leading sustainability solutions, principal consultant at Solid Pro, Divya P. Venkat is the head of sustainability solutions and principal consultant at Solid Pro Engineering Support Private Limited. She works on sustainable engineering solutions, digital product development, and advanced engineering technologies for industrial applications. Lastly, we have Dr. N. Sivasankaran, who will be speaking on designing products for circularity and sustainability. A manufacturing and innovation leader with nearly 30 years of experience across consumer durables, FMCG, automotive, and industrial manufacturing. He specializes in product innovation, new product industrialization, operational excellence, and quality transformation. Formerly Head of Innovation and NPI and Head of Quality at Philips Preeti Appliances, he has led multiple category creating products and holds 6 patents and 10 plus design registrations. He is currently co-founder and director at Viruxa Manufacturing Solutions, advising companies on innovation strategy, manufacturing, transformation, and business growth. Let us give a big round of applause to this incredible panelists.
Very good morning to all of you. We have a very good panel, soaked in technology and expertise. The announcement made that is the last session of this program, panel discussion. It is a circular economy and waste management. Take it from me, in the years to come, it is going to be the first any session where we are going to start. The entire world is talking about this waste management and circular economy. So we cannot miss that because we have so much advantage, and today we are in a stage where that without plastics it is very difficult. But still we have a negative campaign, and because it is, it is a plastic has become like a no extended organ of our body. So it is very, very tough. So we have to manage how to use that. And the promising, the title what it has been given by the organizer, very, very nicely it is given. Innovation, smart manufacturing, advanced material, global trade, sustainability, and industry's future. Future is bright for this recycling, waste management, and circular economy. People are going to make money out of this. Please note it down. The next, our waste management and circular economy, it is going to be the IT industry of the world. It may take time, but it is marching ahead for that. So we have a panel to discuss about that. As I told you that we are, everybody is soaked. Each one has got their topic. Everyone will have knowledge. And after the short time, suppose we can make it more interactive, it will be good. The purpose of this panel discussion is interactive session, if it is there, so that it will be a more beneficial, it will be an interesting one. So what I want to start saying that, circular economy is not about the waste management. It is about how we use the resources what is available. When we started this plastic, we have started with this all the cellulose, molasses. These are the basic material we used for producing the polymer we introduced into the market. After that, the usage was more. We have shifted to naphtha, crude, and the cost was going down. And the popularity become so high, it is becoming, uncontrollable. So that is the stage we have forgotten how to manage this waste created out of that. So it is a lesson for everyone. Any new development taking place, we have to keep in mind the future and how it is going to be used. It is not going to affect the mankind. That should be our thinking. So from the industry point of view, who is deciding the product? Who is designing the product? The product is designed by the plastic or the processor, the manufacturer of the raw material, tool maker. So we are the people who are making this product, putting to the use for each and everyone in the mankind, wherever it is there, we are doing that. So we need to be more careful, and we have to design a product where it has got a circularity and good waste management. So we have to take the responsibility of end of life. When you design a product, you think that is what is going to be a life end. We have to design like that. Then plastic is not the problem. We all know that now we have been talking everywhere. It is a management, and waste management is a issue. Recyclability. Recyclability is decided, should be decided on the design stage. Not that, when it goes, the product goes to the recycling unit, whether it is a mechanical or chemical, wherever it is there, it should not be decided there. He is not responsible. The person who is deciding it should be there. So circular economy, it is not the cost. It is the investment. So from the industry point of view, everyone should take care and how to take back, reuse it, how it can be more productive use. So with this opening remark, we will start the discussion. I think I will go as per this order here. Mr. Paul Vannan is from rubber industry, and he is having a lot of program. for the people, industry, innovators, everyone, they are helping the people. So I would request Mr. Palvanan to continue this dialogue and share his views.
Very good morning to all. In fact, I am very much thankful to that organizing committee members to select this title for this panel discussion through the knowledge sharing type of workshop. It is a timely need. Okay. Being a rubber man, I can tell how this rubber industry's growth in future. Actually, in worldwide, if we consider per capita consumption for rubber, per capita consumption, a man how much he is using per year. Okay. In worldwide, if you are seeing the average is 3.8 kg per man. In US, it is something like 7.5, Japan 14, China almost 4. In Asian countries, it is something like around 1 or 1.5 or something. In India, the per capita consumption for rubber, it is 1.4 kg per man. Why I am comparing this figure is, in India, we are not in the stage of even near to touch that saturation level. That means the rubber industry's growth for the coming years, it is very, very high. It means what? The opportunities of entrepreneurship, the opportunity for other indirect sources from supplier to end users. Okay, these are all very, very high. That means we are in the stage of scaling up. It is inevitable. As you said, negative comment. I'm not coming to that point, but that point is right. We are in the stage of scaling up. But at the same time, the challenges, whatever we have in front of us, we cannot omit. As the title claims, circular economy, sustainability, and the future opportunities for that entrepreneurship. How many people are here students? Happy to know. You all can become entrepreneurship. Instead of getting job, you can try for giving job to the people. Because rubber industry's growth, it is more than 6.5% CCA, cumulative annual growth in the last 10 years. It will be high. And your opportunity in this particular area, circular economy, sustainability is very, very high. So this point I want to register that rubber industry's growth, it is going to be very high. No way it is in that saturation stage. Okay. Let us come into the title. Okay. This circular economy, sustainability. What is meant by sustainability or sustainability product? Any idea or anybody can tell your opinion? I can give the mic to your people. What is the sustainability? What is the sustainability product? Okay, let me tell my point. If I am wrong, please correct me. You have all liberty to fix my mistakes. Okay? What is meant by sustainability is nothing but when we are scaling up our needs, we should keep the resources whatever we have to pass it to our future generation also without damaging. Okay. Then let us come to the sustainability product in this way. Then what is the sustainability product? The product should perform. The product should deliver its functions up to the expected life or more than the expected time with maximum possible minimum impact on environment. Maximum possible minimum impact on environment. It means what? We should not damage the natural resources for future generations. They should use. We should leave it to them. Okay, why we are considering that minimum impact, maximum possible minimum impact on environment? Why? In rubber products. These rubber products, it is not mere the natural rubber which is taken from that tree as a mill and getting the, it is having more than 25 different types of chemicals, ingredients. If you take tire, you all know, if you cut the tire is having what? It is having fabric. You can see by visible, no? It is having the steel. And it is having the chemicals which is already mixed in the black form. You cannot visualize by the naked eye. But it is having more than 20 types of different chemicals. So, when you make all these chemicals, most of the things, except this natural rubber, 90% of all other ingredients from fossil fuels, petroleum products. Okay. When we consume these petroleum products, Madam will speak more about carbon footprint. Whatever we are utilizing that fossil fuels for the product, no, it is going to create some emissions, pollutions, carbon footprint. It is damaging that environment. And when you buy a new tire, I am speaking in the layman language to make my point to convey to you in the easy understanding manner. When you buy a new tire, one car tire, suppose it is having 13 kilo or 14 kilo, depends on that size. Assume that the tire is not burst. Nowadays it won't burst. Technology is highly graded up. Okay. No any other cut and chip, some damage. After 6 months or after it worn out for 30,000 kilometers running, the weight of the tire is how much? Not the fresh tire weight. It might be reduce the tread part loss. Okay, the initial grip will be worn out. Maybe 1.5 kilo is less. This 1.5 kilo loss, where it has gone? We are running the tire daily, no? We cannot see anything by our eyes. But this 1.5 kg of the rubber material loss, where it has gone? It might have gone into that road by operation. After raining, it may go along with water. It may go to sea or it may go to our Chambarambakam lake, where we are taking the water. Okay. I am not threatening. I am telling the fact that these particles and all, somehow it's gone top. Sometimes we may swallow or we may inhale or it has gone to mix up with our this one. I am talking about one tire after running 30,000 kilometers or 40,000 kilometers for 6 months period. But how much tires we are manufacturing at, in India itself? What is the business volume of tire? 1.25 lakhs crores per year. Rubber product volume. We have more than 2% of GST contributors, the rubber industry itself. And our annual growth will be more than 6%. Millions tires, tons of tires we are producing. I am giving one small example only why this title is very important here. At the same time, we are not in saturated level. We are in the scaling up. We are doing export. So these norms and all, we have to fix it. When we fix these norms and everything, how we will fix? Something we should have. Because when we talk about sustainability or circular economy, we should think about 3 points. One is material. Raw material, which is from natural, 10%, All others are 90% from fossil-based chemicals. Okay. Second is how this material is converted into the product. So what we are doing in process, what it is going to happen? We are going to consume energy. What type of energy? Energy may be in different form. But for understanding purpose, we use steam for cook the tire. We should not tell as a technologist cook to vulcanize. But for understanding purpose, I am telling. Okay, we use steam, we use electrical energy, all the things where we are getting again by using fossil fuel or something. There are solar energy, wind energy, and all other things. It is not yet fully stabilized to convert this product. Okay, and after this product, what we are going to do? Get into use. So when we use this particular product, if we design for putting this raw material of 15 kilo and expecting 50,000 kilometers. After these 50,000 kilometers, this material, where it is going, how we are going to treat, end life tire analysis or end life rubber product analysis. Okay, for these things, how we are going to handle. From that used product, how we are going to take the raw materials again, how we are going to recover this material, and this recovered material, how we are going to use as a virgin material to make this product again. So that also a very important one. Finally, after utilizing everything, residual dispose will be there. How we are going to dispose. So when we talk about these materials from the traditional petrochemical products, how we are going to use biomaterial to replace this one. That is one point. In energy consumption, even if we are using electrical energy, nowadays induction heating is coming. To save that energy, to minimize the energy, to produce maximum product. And after this end life, how these scrapped rubber products or end life finished rubber products, how we are going to utilize it again by doing thermomechanical process, by devulcanizing the link, reclaim rubber, or by chemical reaction or thermomechanical reaction. Even the link is not completely broken. How to make it up to that, this material up to equal to the virgin strength, and how we are going to utilize it. Second, how to crush this material like a small crumb powder. And these powders, how we are going to utilize it in making other products like rubberized road, or something like rubber tile, or something like insulation material, or something like top terrace insulation heated rubber sheets. So many things are there. All the things is giving us a challenges up to some part. When you tell that this is problem, it is not problem, these are all challenges. When you tell these are all the challenges, these are all not mere challenges, these are all opportunities. Okay. When you are telling these opportunities, your determination will come. When you determine, I am going to serve nation by involving myself in this circular economy, sustainability, you are serving the nation towards greeneries, green revolution. When you come to this green revolution, then you are the man going to validate the statement waste to wealth. This waste to wealth is a great thing, because even few days back, our Nitin Gadkariji, Transport Minister, told us, okay, in India, the garbage business is 5 lakh crores worth. 5 lakhs crores worth. Only the students has to open your eyes how to get into this field, and what are the possibilities of getting help from the right people. Why I am using the right people? IRMRI, Indian Rubber Research Institute, is a place will give guidance. Is a place, is an institute will give the help. The institute will facilitate to utilize all our resources. The institute, we will give a way to get the fund also. The institute which have the agenda of aiming to see all the students, future generation to see as a successful entrepreneurship. Okay? And we want to see the students as a future scientist also. So please go through the website www.irmri.org. It will give more details to you how to make your path in the way of strengthening our nation further. Okay? I am finishing with this small note and give that opportunity to others. And I am available here. You can ask any questions at any time. I am happy to give the answer. Okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Paul Vannan, and your insight and how this rubber in the tire industries, because there are so many vehicles they are playing, and aberration takes place. When the aberration takes place, these particles come out of that. Where these particles are going, either it is consumed in the environment or it is consumed by the humans. So we have to work on some technology how we can avoid that. So that will, this type of small particles will go, and next the talk it is coming is that on how to manage these microplastics. It not necessary it is coming from plastic or rubber, it can come from anywhere. So that is a thing is going to be hot topic. When we are talking about recycle, circular economy, all these things and all, like microplastic is coming. So the environmentalist, which is a larger number in the world, in the UN meeting, whenever we represent the industries of petrochemical and polymer, the crowd of the negative or that, the challenges what we are facing is more. The people who represent is about some, in the UN is about some 50, 60 people are there. The people who questions and opposing is more than 180 people are there. So that is a kind of opposition it is there. It is not the opposition, it is our duty to enlighten, it is our duty to educate them, and we have to bring them to our circular economy or our the line of thinking. It will be good. So Paul Vannan has told a lot of thing about the rubber, what all the chemicals it is used, because the product is there, the raw material you cannot use it. The raw material will get strength by adding other additives and products and chemicals and elements are there, so that it gives the strength for that. So he has told and very nicely explained how it can be used, and also he has told how the institute can help, and how you can be a part of greener energy, what the mankind is required, and the government is working on that. He is also emphasized that is a circular economy, and that waste management, the potential for the business is very, very high. So one has to keep in the mind. And the waste management means that we have to improve the quality of the product what we are giving. There is a resin, raw material is there. We have to go very close to that. So there has to be a ways we have to find out how to improve the quality of this, the waste management and recycling of the material, how we can improve that. Next we have Divya Venkat, and she is expert on sustainability, which is required. Sustainability is required not only by, for the industry, sustainability is required for each and everyone, our human life also it is required. So she is also running a, recycling unit. It is very good, and I'm sure that she will also work on that, improve the quality of the product when it is given to the industries, so that there is going to be more and more usage of that material is going to be there. Government is also coming heavily on that because there has to be regulations how to use that, and what all can be done for that. So this is already EPR regulations are there. So one has to take care of that. Otherwise, the penalties are going to be very, very heavy. So wherever it is there, people have to have a knowledge and you have to learn about that. I would request Divya Venkat to give some thought on this sustainability and experience so that people can understand, and we'll go to the next person. Then once everybody is over, then we'll have an interaction. Over to you, Deepa.
Thank you. Vanakkam. Little noise, please. All right. Thank you once again. Allow me to take a moment to thank Mr. Neelakandan for giving me this opportunity to share this dais with these esteemed panel members. Before I start, I will also like to talk about what I do, where I come from, so that when we start the interactions, you might have questions ready to ask from me. I'm Divya Venkat. I head the business vertical of Net Zero Hub. It's a sustainability services of Solid Pro Group. Alongside, I'm also a founder of a recycling company called Viday Recycling, which is deeply rooted in end-to-end plastic waste management. I'm also a proud alumni of CIPET, a plastic technologist, and I started the company right out of college. When I started, the ecosystem was very different. There was very low awareness on what plastics is, very meager awareness on what sustainability is. But today, if we fast forward, we are able to see that in 13 years of business, we have seen that mechanical recycling has always led to downcycling. However, Viday has been an innovator in that space, trying to recycle plastic waste into high quality materials and put them back into the value chain, promoting circular economy. Apart from this, we also have established a community practice called responsible recycling, which enables customers, consumers, and any other common communities to discard their plastic waste responsibly, ensuring the plastic waste does not end up in landfill. So this is a bit of introduction about me. Coming back to the topic sir asked me to address, sustainability today is a buzzword, right? How many of us agree to it? Have you heard sustainability in the last 3 months of this year starting? Yeah. So people, when they talk sustainability, they immediately say, sustainability means I am not supposed to borrow the resources from the future, rather be self-sufficient with what I have, right? But today, sir said we have about 1.25 lakh crore of rubber usage in the country. And he also said, Nitin Gadkari ji had told garbage business is worth 5 lakh crores. So here I am going to demystify some conversations with you and going to tell you how you can capitalize that 5 lakh crore worth of business by converting sustainability into strategy. A little bit of story, if I have the time. Sustainability was suddenly have come to the forefront because a group of scientists started noticing that the planet is warming up faster than it should, right? So these group of scientists were funded money from UN, and what they identified is there are certain set of 7 gases. They are called greenhouse gases, all right? We call it GHG. So these gases are being emitted highly by a lot of processes of mankind. When I say processes, not just the industry processes, it involves a lot of day-to-day activities as well. So then the scientists came and said, if we are not going to limit the emission of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere within a limited time frame, then the glaciers in the Arctic pole and Antarctic pole are going to melt, which means Earth is covered with 70% of water. If the glaciers are going to melt at a faster pace than it should, then we will all go underwater. To be very simply said, our existence was questionable if we don't change the way we conduct our business. This is how sustainability became a forefront. Now, how they converted this sustainability as an issue into policy frameworks is very interesting. In UN, they formed couple of, I should say, couple of departments, and they said, let us calculate it scientifically. Then they created frameworks. They called in all the countries in COP. You guys would have heard Conference of Parties, which happens year on year. In COP, what they discuss mainly is they call in all the countries together. They share the insights from the scientists on how we have to curb the emission of GHG gases, and also discuss and debate on how we can equally give the opportunity for developing countries, underdeveloped countries, and developed nations to come together, split their finances accordingly, and support reduce global warming, right? Climate change, climate action, all of this are coming into this conversation. So coming back to the topic here of circular economy, this is the reason I gave you a pretext is why circular economy is really considered important. In 2014, when I started business, people really didn't care to buy recycled plastic. I still remember a lot of larger companies who are tier 1, tier 2 to OEMs said we cannot use recycled material because our customers will not allow. Fast forward today, I have at least 7 to 8 tier 1 companies. In fact, OEMs themselves come and ask me, can you supply good recycled material to me? I am willing to sign a contract with you on an annual basis. So why this change has happened? Because we identified that resources are finite and we cannot keep digging and mining to extract fossil fuels regularly. So this is the reason that circular economy is being talk of the town, not just in India, but the wave started in Europe, and India is beautifully reaching the forefront. When everybody else tried to say, let me recycle PET bottle waste, at least up to 70%, India was doing a highest efficiency rate of 98%. When people said, let's recycle PVC, we were doing it at above 70%. Same way, we do not talk because it is in our DNA that we are very humble and humility-based people. We don't boast, but we've been doing some phenomenal work. However, to continue being in that race when the Western countries with higher technology are joining us is to have 3 points in mind. First one, to have high quality recycling. So when you recycle any kind of material, be it plastic or rubber, the quality that you ensure the recycling, not making it a downgraded material, is of prime importance. If you want to use material recovery technology for the same, or if you want to use many testing standards such as ISO, ASTM or BIS, you can go ahead. There are a lot of startups that I am looking at when I go for being a mentor or being a judge in startup panels. I see a lot of startups come and create technologies, pilot technologies which supports material recovery faster. So first is high quality recycling. Second part is data credibility. There are a lot of OEMs who are asking, how will I verify or measure that your recycled content is true, right? I'm sure all of you guys here are from an industry and you will be asked the same question from your customers or your consumers. How do I know that 10% of recycled content is all that you have added? So data credibility is very important. How do you achieve data credibility? That is where I come in, because we blend technology and data science together. As I started my journey into plastic recycling, slowly I had to add the cap of sustainability also because the geography demanded it. So currently I'm also a principal consultant I have upskilled myself on sustainability aspects, low carbon emission, carbon materials, life cycle assessments, anything that you talk about sustainability, I have completed my education on the same. So when the company comes and asks you, how do you know that this particular product has 10% of recycled content in it? Then you identify people like me who will help you give verifiable data to support your claim stating, yes, my product has 10% recycled content without compromising the actual quality of the property that is needed, right? So for this, we also build tools using AI. When I say tools, they are software tools which helps you reduce the amount of work that is required as a manual calculation, because calculating carbon means it's a scientist work, right? I am very poor at maths. I can never do that very correctly. So I took the support of AI to build tools which will ensure 99% data accuracy. And all I have to do is impart a layer of traceability to say where is my plastic waste sourced, to which supplier it is going, where it is getting sorted, how it is getting segregated, how it is getting first level of recycling done. Then when it comes to me, how much value I add. If I'm adding a technology layer for traceability, then it means my data is verifiable. Today, when you look at the landscape, the first one, like I said, high quality recycling. The second one, data credibility. Third one, verifiable environmental performance. With that, I leave the mic so that we can have conversations more flowing.
She will continue. This is a introduction speak she has done. She has nicely brought it down why this circular economy and sustainability it has come, because of the global warming. That is a concern everyone has got, and that is going to hit the mankind. So, and also that she has nicely doing a lot of work on this recycling, how the data science, how the technology is used, and because that the government is coming out with, no, you have to use for the industries certain percentage, and it will keep on increasing the mixing of PCR material, so that there is opportunity for recycling people. I would like to share that if the recycled material with the technology, with imparting some nanotechnology, if the product quality can be improved, why not use straight away 100%? At present, we are using certain non-critical items. The recycling material, we are already using that, especially, this is all apart from this olefins and all. Even that MLP, where that, two family of material, it cannot be, segregated. There are some product, you can manufacture and you can use for the non-critical items, it is there. Similarly, that we should be in a position to develop a technology where it is good straight away use this instead of virgin material, you are in a position to use this recycled material and achieve your goals. So if that is going to be the pathway, that is required, and possibly one has to do that. And also she spoke about that traceability, because we are having a real problem. It's starting from segregation, because for the common man it is only plastics. The people who are in plastic, we know that how many varieties are there, how many polymers are there. You take one polymer, you know how many grades are there, which are all going to for various applications. All these things, you have numerous grades are available, numerous polymers are available, and also that we mix everything and all, how the polymer will behave, how the product will perform. So one has to keep this, and also that segregation, traceability is very, very important. So she has covered all the points, most of the points, and it is nicely put it, very nice, Divya. We will go to Mr. Shiva Shankaran, and he is an expert on design product, circularity and sustainability, because he is an expert and on the various product in all our house we are using, because he is manufacturing those products like home appliances. Whenever we go to our kitchen or your usage, so he is a man behind that. He is designing. They have a company which is manufacturing the product, because from outside the person as a common man, what we have to do, we have to simply switch on this and use. But it is not simple. there are some critical, if you have to manufacture the component, you have to design that. And to make the tool, it is not that much easy. It is a very, very tough job. The people who are there, they will only know that. Because what we are seeing and what we are using that, it is very easy, you know, just you put it and come. How many regulation it has to undergo, all these aspects are there. So he is also here. He will, the designer, and which I have already told, everything starts from the designing stage, and hope you will focus on that. This all usage is there. I'm sure that these products are taken after the usage and it is recycled and goes to some other product, it is there. Similarly, you know, that we should have some buyback arrangement. The man who is using that, suppose if you want to exchange it, suppose he goes back and gives that, that will be better. And also we have to think of maybe, you know, it can be repaired. The workshops, if it comes, that will be better. All these points we will discuss later, but I would request Mr. Shivasharankaran to have a word. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. First, I express my thanks to the organizing team, particularly choosing the beautiful topic, particularly the circular economy part. And second, I express my sincere thanks to people who are sitting here, I think in Sunday, particularly in the morning session. So, just I take few minutes to just, interest of people to understand what is circular economy. Circular economy is now is a very popular word nowadays. Across wherever we go, we can hear the circular economy is the word. When I was in Philips, actually in 15 years before, there was opportunity to attend the conference in Amsterdam. So that time, the people are start discussing on particularly the circular economy. So there is a mandate in particular European country, wherever the product development, so circular economy with some percentage. So then the trigger comes, I also started learning what is circular economy, how to contribute to society through that way. So actually, we can learn from our nature also. So wherever we go for walking, there will be a tree, some whatever, the dry leaves fall on the floor, then become fertilizer for the next tree. So that's why our nature designed. Same way if you see water, there will be a water is there, then water forms cloud, then clouds goes to the rain, then comes rain, again goes to the sea. That's the water also fully circular. So actually the nature was perfectly designed for the circular part. Somehow later stage, we enter and we put all our brilliant and we designed a new product. We actually broken the system. That's why the circular economy is also getting broken. See, the linear economy is simple. There's the design, and then we need to draw from the resource. Then we will make the product. Then we'll put it on the usage. Then after the dispose. That's a linear economy way. How the circular economy? Again, we start from design. Then we need to draw from resource from the whatever available. Then we'll make the product, use it. After usage, again, regenerate, reuse. It comes as circular economy. That's why circular economy comes. See, actually, see the bottle. There is a water bottle. So I think everyone nowadays using across today. I think everywhere we go, there is a water bottle available. Actual usage of water bottle at 10 minutes maximum. Once whatever we are going to consume, maximum 10 minutes. After that, what we'll do, we'll just throw it in the dustbin. And then it will take almost 400 years, even more than 400 years also, it not able to dispose, it will be in landfill only. So before start any product, if someone think, why not develop some kind of sustainable solution for this particular product, then automatically link will come. Circular economy is very simple. Everywhere waste will be there. So the waste, if someone using for next product generation, then we can develop the sustainable part or circular economy. So there will be waste. So that's why the business come, because that's why the word become popular in circular economy. There are a lot of waste. So it's anyone generate waste, that waste become new input for another product, then that will become the circular economy. It's a starting point. So I take a few minutes just to touch upon what are the business model available to enter in the circular economy side. Then I can, based on, I will share my experience on how that design part can help for the circular economy part. There are a lot of business model. I'll just touch on the 6 business model for the circular economy point of view. One is for the product life cycle extension, because we can create a durable product. We can, the lifelong, that, because nowadays, no, the previous days, when we purchase either mixer grinder or washing machine or whatever product, that will long last. Sometimes, no, the product can be more than 10 year or 15 year will come. So then we are not wasting the material. We are not wasted the resources. So the long durability will be there. So that kind of business model. So what we can do, there is a product available. For long last means we can do the serviceable kind of product. So we can, that particular business model, such kind of product, will create an additional benefit for serviceability part. Means there will be a product available. For example, if it is a washing machine, then washing machine has a failure of motor. Then the motor can be replaceable or reworkable. Then the product life cycle can be extended. So by the way, the service industry also coming to picture. So there will be a service industry will come. So there is opportunity for business model is a product life cycle expansion. There is another business model in the circular economy part that is called the product becomes service. I think that is very popular, many people are using. The industrial air compressor can be leased for some other industry. So by the way, the common material or common industrial compressor used for multiple area. The printers will be there. So most of the industry, they'll give the printer. We can pay as much we printing required. So that is, so this kind of is under product become a service. This is another business model under circular economy we can use. There is another one is called remanufacturing part. I think today is very popular. I think refurbished or remanufacturing comes. So they purchase whatever the failure model, I think the product manufacturer and then consumer used, then they put it on the area, then they purchase the old model or old failure one, they verify, then they will rework, and whatever good one, they sell it again. I think now most of the brands are doing, it's very become popular now. I think last week also I visited one of the industry that become the, I think they are manufacturing the television. They purchased all defective television, they refurbished, then reselling. That is a very good business model under the circular economy part. Then another one is called recycling part. I think there are 2 types of recycling. One industrial waste then recycle, then consumer wasted recycle. So the people directly put it on the after usage, that collected and reused, or industry generate waste reused. So the both can be a business model. We can try that option. Then the industrial symbiosis, that is very important. This is a very good business model nowadays. For example, one industry waste, that is an input for another industry. That is one of the business model that is called industrial symbiosis. Biomaterial, food waste. From the food waste, the green natural gas will be generation. So the food waste is a waste, but it is an input for another business. So industrial scrap, so automobile or wherever you go, no, the people are using. So that industrial waste become the input for another business. So there is a heat generation unit, particularly in steel industry and all, they're using the furnace. So from the heat, they can generate the power. That is also research. So these are all the business model. So I think a lot of business model are there. I think whenever the people here also, they can think, we can select one that become the circular economy better. Coming to the design part, even though the business model, everything is okay, but finally the design element is important because so that's critical for the circularity part. In that moment, I can recall the Thiruvalluvar quote. They call Enni Thuniga Karmam. That's a Thiruvalluvar. Whatever the or sale say no, that become first how to decide. So that's why the design comes in picture. Same way, the design part, there are design principles. So if you want to become a sustainability expert or circular economy design expert, to based on my past experience, there will be a 6 design principle will be there. That follow the 6 design principles. So he also become an expert on the circular economy related product design. So this design part is very simple. One is called, whenever we to design the product, first we need to ask the question. This can be when the first part, because once the design is a design stage, I mean, as the data says, almost 80% of problem can be solved during the design stage itself. Once the designs are frozen, once it comes to market, then very difficult to implement our circular economic or sustainability concept. So the day one, during the design stage, we should be clear what kind of sustainability goal or what kind of circular economic goal we are going to do that. So the first principle we need to apply is a design for repair. A design for repair means, so the first, whenever we are going to design any product, either mixer grinder or washing machine or TV, even car also, the first question, this product can be repairable. So we need to give the provision to give the repairable option. I think 10, 15 years before, most of the concept comes, the use and throw concept comes. I think nowadays it's gone, everything is repairable. So now slowly reduce the use and throw concept. So people start adopting the repairable option. So first design principle, we need to keep the provision for repairable option. For example, any washing machine, there is a failure, then we need to keep the provision for either bearing change or motor change, that kind of option. So that's the first design principle we need to adopt. The question, whenever we start the design for repairability. And the second question we need to ask, design for last. So whether how many years we need to, that's called the product life cycle. So how many years these products require. So design for last, that concept we need to adapt. Then very important point is design for disassemble. So I think some of the product 10, 15 years before that all you can see that some of model come very difficult to disassemble. Even today also some of the designs we can see some of the products now very difficult to disassemble. This is only the expert only can do. But if you have a good designer, we need to day one we need to think on it. The concept, the principle we need to apply. Whether this product or whatever we are going to manufacture and deliver the product can be easily disassembled. So we need to give the options. Then design to recover, design to upgrade, and design to return. There are another three principles. I think today we can see a lot of product, there will be a clear marking. So how to recover. So very ABS, the plastic ABS means ABS return, and then same way PP is return. That means the people can easily understand this is a product reach PP. This product is called PVC or whatever, then can be easily recoverable. Suppose imagine if then nothing written, then very difficult to segregate. So whenever we go into design the product, we need to apply the 6 principle at least. Then we can easily we also contributing to society because it's our responsibility to contribute to society. So this is the important point. Then I can give one easy, understandable way, just for 10 minutes. We are talking the circular economy. Same way, I also, for easy memory point of view, I also consider the circle is a part. So whenever we apply the design principle or business model, follow this 6 circle. That's a circle way. Circle. What C means what? What kind of material, that material information needs to be printed on the product. That's the information. What kind of information we need to know or what kind of information we are going to give. So that's a C call. That is called composition or circle. Then that information we need to go. That is I for information. Then the repairability. Whenever we start the product, we just ask the question, this product can be repairable. So based on our past experience, we are applying the first principle, whether we are doing mixer grinder or gas stove or chimney or washing machine, what currently we are in the home appliance segment. The first question, whether it's repairable. Then how he is repairing, how easily is repairable, like that we put it. Then what kind of product and how end of life will be circulated. So this basic business model and then the basic design principle. Someone want to become an expert or someone want to become enter in sustainability part. I think this really helps. That's why I felt. In that note, I'll hand over to the Sir.
Thank you, Mr. Shivashankaran. He has shared his experience. The total sum up of that, where he has spoken, is coming under SEG, that is a social economic governance. There are 17 goals has been set by UN, United Nations, for all the countries to follow, because there has to be a social sense that how it is going to be very important, whether it is going to affect any society or a community, how it is going to be useful for that. So one has to take care of the society first. Then it is not only that, next comes the economics, whether it is giving some return. Some economic sense is there. That is what it comes the economic, social, economic. Then the governance. See, as a common man, we use it in irresponsible, whether it is a knowledge is not there or whatever it is there, we have a culture of throwing. The throwing culture has created the problem. Everywhere we see that has invited. What the general common man sees that everywhere, he himself is throwing. And it is creating the problem in our livelihood, or it is choking, and animals are eating, all sort of things are there because our habit is bad. So you may have a very good material, everyone wants to use it, but the time comes for disposing that. Are we responsible in disposing it in a responsible way? We have to learn that. The people who are here, you should take this message to talk to your house, to talk to your friends, or wherever your common place is there, you should take and convey this, that we have to be responsible in disposing the product, whatever we are using. We are using because it is good. It has grown because it is useful and it is economically cheaper. That is why we all have started using that across the world. Mr. Paul Kannan told about that, the per capita consumption of rubber. When coming to polymer, you know that India per capita consumption is 15 kilos. China 90 kilos. World average 70. So where we are? So we have an opportunity. We are a most populous country, so that there is opportunities are available for each and every one. What we are throwing, you should always think we are throwing the wealth. Mr. Shivashankaran told that what is not good for me, what I am throwing, it is useful for somebody else. If all these things can be collected and it can be put into a use, again reuse, it is going to be good, and we are going to have a good society and livable country. What we are going to leave for our next generation? We are there. We are not going to be there for all the years we are going to live. We need to have a good society for the next generation to come. So we need to be more responsible as a user, as a producer. We need to be. Overall, that responsibility lies with us. There is nothing called waste. We have to realize it is a wealth. We don't find any other product, gold or anything in the road. Do we find? No. Because it has got a value. The value we are able to see immediately. The waste, we don't see that. So we throw it. We think it is not good and it is just somebody else's responsibility. We throw it. So that habit of littering as a society, as a community, it should be stopped immediately. That message is very, very strong, and each and everyone should have the responsibility of reusing that or disposing it in a proper way. Similarly, in the SEG goals, 17 goals, coming to our polymer industry, there are 7 R's. We are always talking about the 3, then it has gone to 4. Now it has gone to 7. 7 goals are there. So we will discuss about the 7th goal after hearing from Mr. Ram Kumar. He is also in the circular economy, how recycling waste, another thing and all. There is another product. It is where, it can be used in a proper way. It can be, biodegradable, biocompostable. This all have to be, very carefully used. When we are using this biomaterial, the function of that, we use some additives, some chemicals in between the chain, either starch or some other product, so that bacteria eat that and we break the chain. Polymer is basically it is a chain of elements, chain of basic chemicals. It is made out of that. So that is why Shiv Shankaran was telling that once it is made and it is there for several hundred years, we are not in a position to break that. So that is the invention is there, how to break the chain. So that is, you induce something where that bacteria eat that, you break the chain, but where it goes. I think possibly Ram Kumar have some answers for that, and I would request Ram Kumar to talk about that subject. Thank you.
Yeah. Very good afternoon, all. Happy to see you all on this Sunday. And first of all, thanks for the panel committee to give me this opportunity to be in this part of the panel. Divya was stating about sustainability that, like in the last 3 months, we could have come across this word of sustainability. But I was the person, 25 years ago, I was given a designation as sustainability coordinator. So, like 25 years ago, even I had to understand the meaning about what is sustainability. And I had to run through to my HR and ask about what are the job responsibilities about sustainability. So that's how about me. I have grown up in a sustainability department. I've worked majorly with retail sectors, with Walmart and apparel sectors. So before we talk about circular economy and the biocompostable plastics, I would like to give you an insight about what, as a brand's perspective, we all did when it comes to environmental sustainability. So the brands, together, all the textile apparel brands, today we have a lot of presence in India. 25 years ago, we don't have those brands presence here, but still all the products were procured from India. So we had the sourcing procurement officers. We had, regular meetings with the brands called Brand Ethics Working Group, where we meet and we wanted to reduce the impact of environmental sustainability part. So in terms of all our supply chain in the manufacturers. So that is one way, is the major part is the poly bags, like the plastic poly bags and things. So where we started educating the manufacturers about environmental sustainability, and we started training and providing awareness, to the bigger society and communities, not only to the manufacturers, also to the communities around in and around the manufacturing locations. So this is what we started doing. In Tamil Nadu, you can take one of the major locations is Tirupur, because Tirupur has a larger base of apparel sector. So this is where we have done a lot of awareness training programs and things. So though we start a lot of awareness and training programs, I still feel more and more awareness has to be given. So when it comes to waste management or waste segregation, we can see a lot of places we have the segregation of wastes, where we see degradable waste, non-degradable waste and things. But still, it has not been, a lot of awareness has to fall in place to segregate it properly. And also at the end of the day, again, finally it has all been packed and again in a plastic cover, and again it has been thrown into the landfill. So where landfills are increasing. So this is where, we tie up with a lot of external parties, NGOs, and we started giving trainings to a lot of, like community people. This is one way, like where I see, what I wanted to say is a lot of awareness has to increase. So this is what I have to say here. And coming about circular economy, yeah, with about, like reduce and reuse. So this is what, like Vijay sir said, like it all starts with the design, right? So from the designing of the product, it has to be, the impact has to be reduced. So that is what the essential is. The sustainability impact has to be identified, studied, and it has to be reduced. And when it comes to reuse or recycle, so the amount of plastics what has been, like generated or it has been in the market, we are not sure if the same amount is coming for the recycling process, because that kind of infrastructure has to grow and a lot of things has to grow. So that infrastructure has to develop, and this is what, like where, like a lot of recycling process has to happen. About Nature Tech, we deal with compostable polymers. We are into manufacturing of compostable polymers. We have a lot of applications in process with the products, like one of the major products are our textile apparel polybags. So we deal with polybags, and also into a lot of food based industries. So like paper straws, sorry, not the paper straws, like the straws and the lids, and the cups which has the film institutions inside. So we manufacture a lot of products like this, and we are also into researching and, like where more and more our applications can go into process. So for example, our processes and applications will not go for a product which will have, like a period of a life period of 20 years, 25 years, like, because those products are again compostable in nature, so it starts losing its compound. So we are targeting and concentrating more and more of the waste which are daily generated. So for example, sir said about this water bottle, PET water bottle. So this is just 10 minutes, it's turned into a waste. So, and a milk pouch packet, or, like a chocolate wrapper. So this kind of, like all applications which are turning into a waste on a day-to-day basis. So this is our target area where we are more focusing on, like filling our applications to those products. So anyone, like who would like to know more about the compostable polymers and plastics is, of course, Nature Tech is there. You can always reach us, and we can talk more in detail about it. And also, like about the compostable part, which is a polymer is not going to, like immediately turn into degradable within few, like months or days. It takes its own time to degrade. So for this also, we are trying to, like we have a R&D lab in Chennai, and we are also trying to have a lot of, like compostable infrastructure supports. So we are trying to work on it. So we can discuss a lot about it. So thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Ramkumar. He has mentioned about that awareness program, and around the factories, whatever people are there, that awareness is very, very important. And also that biocomposite and biopolymers. The idea is that this polymer should not go to a landfill. So we should stop this entire recycling and circular economy, what we are talking about, that the product should not go to the landfill. When it goes to the landfill, it is creating a problem. So landfill, if it is a organized landfill, if it is an organized landfill, it is good. But if it is a dumping, if you are going to dump carelessly, that is going to be a problem. So the 7 goals, what I was talking about is redesign. Shall we look into that? Any possibilities are there already designed, or the weight of the product is very high, whether we will be in a position to redesign and put it back where that, the consumption of energy is lower. We are able to save the material. Maybe, that improved product, we can use it. My experience is long back, that is a HDP pipe. We have introduced into the market, that is called a PE pipe. That is, PE63 is a raw material. Because there's certain pressure, it can work. Then the innovation came, we have altered the chain. We have put some additives in such a way that P80, the grade introduced, where the wall thickness can be reduced, but it can work, it can sustain the pressure, and the unit delivered cost is saved. So a product, if it can be designed, or a material, raw material can be done some engineering work where we will be in a position to use less material, give the opportunity for this other recyclate to come in, that will be good. So that redesigning from the raw material stage one has to work. Then reuse, reduce, we have been, I'm sure that all the conference people would have spoken and attended, I'm sure that it would have been done. And also the repair, Mr. Shivshankaran was talking about repair. So why not car repair shops are there, clinics are there, maybe small. People can be trained, even the lower end of the society, maybe people we can train and open a shop. And whether some of the products, it can be repaired and reused, that will be good. And renovate, regenerate is another area that we should always use that. Recycling is mechanical recycling, chemical recycling is there, mechanical recycling, I'm sure that it is more easy to do that, but we have to have a better technology, better compounding, maybe some nano material can be used, that will be good. And the chemical means that is so expensive. What we are doing, chemical means that again now we are breaking the polymer, going to the original stage to make a new polymer. And also that recover, whether we will be in a position to recover and depolymerize it and make a fuel, whether we can put it back. So all these avenues are there, opportunities are there. I've been told that we have to close this session. And what we will do is that the panel, if you have any other punch to inform the audience, that you can do that. Then maybe if any questions are there, I'm sure that panel will be ready to inform and discuss about that.
I'm not going to take much more time, only 2 minutes. Okay? Waste is not waste until we waste it. Punch he asked, I gave one punch. Okay? Waste is not waste until we waste it. Okay? Earlier, people have the practice, including everybody, is take it, make it, use it, dispose it. Take the raw material, make the product, use the product and dispose it. This is the simple logic. Okay. Now, as we all discussed, and what we want to convey is, go for redesign the product with using less raw material. Okay. Reduce the raw material to extend the product for little more time. Repair the product possibilities before you scrap it. After scrap it, get the raw materials back in the form of recycling. When you are doing the recycling and get the raw material back and everything, ensure that you are reducing less energy, you are using alternate energy, you are going for alternate material for bio-based and everything. See the environment, it is not getting damaged enough. Okay? So, let us see that waste material as not as waste. As Sivasankaran sir pointed out, X industries waste is that input of Y industries raw material. Okay, the cycle, let it go, and let us all see that waste is not waste, it can become the wealth when we see the things with the proper eyes. Thank you very much from my side.
To close, I should say circular economy and plastic recycling is no more defined by the recycling quantity of the company. If my company says I can do 10,000 tons, it is no more defined by that. It is rather defined by data credibility, material quality, and most importantly, how you integrate that into global value chains. I think the last part is the connection that is missing in Indian ecosystem. But the moment you start integrating recycled material into global value chains, that 5 lakh crore opportunity is going to be ours. Thank you.
So my view, I think we need to learn from nature. Wherever I start, maybe I call same way I also ending here. The nature have no waste. So same way, if we have any waste, then there is a problem with the design, I think. So we need to focus, particularly the problem is on design, then waste is an opportunity for us. I think it's already we discussed. One waste become the input for another business. So that's why, because it's again, we can quote one more example also, because there is a sun rays, so automatically our habits, we are using our clothes also using that rain. So there is no waste. It's a part of design. So that design, if we focus, I think as our responsibility, because we need to leave the nature to the next generation people, it's our responsibility. Start focus on design, and then apply 6 design principles, either repairable, reworkable, or reserviceable kind of activity. Think on it. Nature have no waste. We created, then our responsibility to correct it. That's my ending.
Madam, if any question is there?
This question is to Divya. Are current ESG metrics actually measuring impact or just reporting activity? I have 3 questions for you. Sorry for that. The second question is, are we overemphasizing on recycling rates rather than reducing the total material reduction? Then the third question will be like, are we trying to control the metrics on tier 2 and tier 3? You mentioned about tier 1, but tier 2 and tier 3 suppliers also, are we doing some metrics, and reliably are we collecting some data on those areas also? So these questions I have. Yeah?
Yes, thank you, Bala. All your 3 questions are related, so please tell me if I have not completed all the answers to the questions. First, ESG initially was, of course, just a reporting tick box. Slowly, the supply chain is also integrated into the system of ESG, wherein your tier 1 and tier 2 are requested to start measuring their carbon emissions. Like any other changes that comes, change management is very slow. All of us know. Today we start just following the rules, ticking the checkbox. Tomorrow we will start implementing them because the checkboxes are becoming more stringent. For instance, in EPR, initially you were only asked to do extended producer responsibility for manufacturers. Now they are asking you to submit a verified report, which means you are going to diligently start doing it. So that answers your first question. The last question as well. In 2025 to 2026 financial year, what I have seen as a sustainability consultant is a lot of tier 1 and tier 2 suppliers are coming to me and asking, Divya, suddenly they are sending a 25-page questionnaire asking us to fill all of this. Satyama sollana idu edhiyume paathade illa, idu eppadi na fill pannum, please help. Questions will be very simple, but they are also like, why are they asking these questions to me? They are asking what is the male to female ratio in my, why do they have to know? So these are all slowly the OEMs are building capacity for tier 1 and tier 2 companies to start to sustainability narratives. That is happening very slowly though. The second question, so we are at a pace where we have to limit our GHG emissions to 100 gigatons by 2050. By 2012 itself, we have completed emitting 500 gigatons. So, balance coffee irukku. For the next 20 years, we only have to emit about 300 gigatons. So, the way you approach to a problem is multi-level. One, they are asking you to increase the recycling percentage. At the same time, companies who has the best R&D facility are working very hard to bring about lower materiality also. That is why low carbon materials are taking more importance. If you look at many other panel discussions, people always put emphasis on Industry 5.0, low carbon manufacturing. So that is also there.
Time is short.
Yeah, excellent insight shared by every panel members and also the moderator. So let me come to the question which I have. Actually, circular economy is not like a simple process or anything. It is a system which is connects all the pillars. The pillar starts from the waste collection, then you have the collection architecture, I would say waste intelligence, collection architecture, then feedstock security, then purification excellence, process integrity. So there are so many stakeholders involved in every process, and then that connection makes the entire circular economy successful. My question is, which is the real bottleneck as of today? Is it the waste availability or the waste collection or the purification excellence or maybe, the feedstock security or manufacturing alignment, or is it the commercial activation, or at the last, even the social inclusion? I think Ram Kumar said exactly the same point. Is it the social inclusion which is very essential, which is missing, So which is the real bottleneck as of today? That's my first question. Second, I know we are running out of time, but it's a very important topic. So is it the technology, recycling technology is, well, it's been for a while. I think mechanical recycling, chemical recycling, advanced recycling, pyrolysis oil, so many technologies are available. I don't think we are, failing on the technology. We have a very successful technology. Second point goes back to our discussion earlier also. Is it the coordination which is missing between all these things, all these stakeholders? Are we really lagging in the technology or coordination among all the stakeholders to bring into the table and have a perfect alignment on a ESG goals which moderator was talking about? So these are the two questions which I want to get your insights. I mean, it's an open discussion, so,
For your first question related with rubber, see, total 6,000 industries in India are registered companies. Out of the 6,000 registered company, 150 or something is the bigger companies, like MRF, Apollo, JK, very big people. Remaining companies, we can tell that it is MSME companies scattered all over that India, different fields. So the biggest challenge for collecting the waste, logistics, bringing to the single point. We have the cluster with the government help. We have to make in single area to collect the waste and making in that recycling. You are 100% right. In tire industries or non-tire industries, rubber industries, recycling technology, it is long back. Now it is improved with thermomechanical way also, not only with chemical. So technology is always available. Here we face the challenges is collecting the scrap, collecting this one for recycling that one to the single point. Because scattered, more than 4,800 industries scattered all over the India in small. So bringing the material for next to this one, it is a challenge, but government is working on it, we institutes are working on it, we are communicating to the people, and we will find the way. Day by day it is getting improved.
Absolutely.
See, since the time is not there, we'll close with this question. Balance will talk. But I wanted to tell you, there are that entrepreneurs are there where there is a mobile app is there, where all this, from the collector, segregator, recycler is all connected. Many cities, it is already starting work in the private way. Government is also trying to push that. The days to come, it will improve. So mobile app, everybody is having, that is being done. So connectivity is started already. That's what I wanted to tell. So we'll close the session, and I will request back questions. I know, but that time.
I know the time is going up. Anyway, thank you for that. I'm Surendra Mohan, and we are a software company, and we build AIs and software solutions for manufacturing companies. Recent past, we are having these discussions about the ESG and the ESG applications and introduction of AI into that. So would like to know, based on your experience, what areas we can focus from the software or AI perspective. Simple question. maybe based on the time you can answer and we can discuss offline in detail.
Yeah, you can discuss more detail, but at present your software, if you can develop that infrared, the segregation is a problem. The segregation, that waste is collected, there are different polymers are there, all the families cannot be put together, that is creating a problem in the recycling. So the technology which already we have started using, that there are some no automatic rays are there. It no segregates different products based on the polymer chain, and it is all going separately. We'll discuss this in a detail where all it is there, that already videos are available, which are all the companies they are doing. Definitely you can pitch in for that from your software.
Hi. So I'm into software services as well. We have created 2 SaaS tools which will support ESG implementation and reporting. I will tell you what we currently focus on. Maybe that you can also take up and solve. At the moment, companies are struggling to interlink their scope 3 supply chain emissions. So if you are bringing about a software which will help them ease that activity, it will be of immense value for companies.
Only 30 seconds, sir. Regarding AI, you approach all industries, whether rubber industries or plastic industries or anywhere. Normally, your AI can help to reduce the number of trials. To achieve certain result, earlier days they may take some 10 trials in that formula to do that one and optimize the record properties. Now your AI can accumulate all the data and it can predict that 10 number of trials can become 2. For that, you have to work hard with industries in R&D people very closely. Okay? Thank you very much.
I would like to thank the organizer and especially Mr. Neelakantan for organizing such a good, important panel discussion. He is already merging metal and plastics, which, many ways we are using that in the computer and electronics field. That is already we are using, and it is a good opportunity. This recycling and circular economy, it will take a first stage in the days to come. Thank you very much.